Welcome, everyone, to This Week Astrology for the week of February 23rd to March 1st. March already. Can you imagine? Crazy times. So welcome to my channel if you're new here, and welcome back if you're returning. I'm Joshua the Psychic. You can check out my website, psychicsun.com, if you're interested in any of my services, and do check out my free resources that are all in the link below. So let's reflect back on this current week that we're in. If you're catching this live, this was the previous week. If you're catching this on the week of, if you're catching this on the 23rd or after. So last we spoke, the sun has entered Pisces. Now, this is a big deal because Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, and it is the sign that comes before the spring equinox. So during the month of Pisces, we can take control of the entire year. I did a live stream last night. The link to that is in the description below for your new moon in Pisces, which is on the 27th. But now that the sun has entered Pisces, a wave of intuition and empathy flows in. This time invites us to embrace our emotions, to nurture our dreams, and to connect with our inner wisdom. We're inspired to let go of rigid structures and explore new realms of imagination. Compassion and spirituality take center stage, encouraging us to build deeper connections and to trust our instincts. This period is a period of reflection and creativity, so dive into your inner world with an open heart and let your intuition guide you toward growth and healing. The sun entered Pisces on February 18th. It's going to stay there until March 20th, at which point we're going to have our spring equinox in tandem, of course, with the sun's entry into Aries. So that should be great. And we're going to talk more about how you can leverage the sun in Pisces as the weeks go on. So let's talk about this week and how you can make the most of it and make the most of just one small day. That's what we do here on This Week Astrology. So on Sunday, the 23rd, we are under the waning moon cycle. That's the letting go cycle since the February 12th full moon in Leo. So this is the period we're harvesting the fruits of our efforts. We're releasing what no longer serves us, and we're focusing on healing and closure, because on February 27th, we have our new moon in Pisces. So you want to make sure everything's cleared up, everything's tidied up in your life, that you let go of things you don't need, so you got plenty of space, a tabula rasa, a blank slate for that new moon in Pisces on Feb 27. Sunday is the sun's day, of course. The sun's day, so it connects us to the eternal present moment. It's a day to do things that light you up, that make you feel bright and sunny on the inside. So be sure to do things that light yourself up with joy on the sun's day. Now, it is going to be a bit of a sober Sunday with the moon in Capricorn. Capricorn's very dutiful. Keywords for Capricorn include ambitious, disciplined, practical, responsible, patient, resourceful, determined, hardworking, strategic, reserved, realistic, and cautious. And 23 numerologically on Sunday represents freedom and adaptability. It signifies flexibility, adventure, and curiosity, balancing exploration with versatility. So because 23, the cross sum of 23 is 5, you got to be flexible, because 5s can deal with change and conflict with change. So there might be some kind of monkey wrench on a 5 day, i.e. the 5th of the month, the 14th of a month, or the 23rd of the month, because the cross sum of that is 5. So be flexible. Anything that comes up out of the blue, well, try to leverage it to your greatest advantage. Remember, all circumstances are neutral. So if you assign positive meaning to an inherently neutral circumstance, you're going to derive positive results. And we have a really nice trine on Sunday. We're going to start our week with a gorgeous trine between Mercury and Mars. Mercury and Pisces will trine Mars in Cancer. So this is going to give us easy communication It's going to boost our intuition, action, and our creativity. So trust your instincts to move projects forward. Billy Corgan of Smashing Pumpkins has this aspect in his chart. His Mercury is in Pisces, which makes a lot of sense because he's such a great musician. And his Mars is in Scorpio, one of the best placements for Mars. So maybe listen to some Smashing Pumpkins for old time's sake. They might actually have out a new album as of late that I'm not familiar with. But do enjoy that trine. It's a really nice way to start our week. And the best news I have for you is that Mars goes direct. Mars goes direct on Sunday, February 23rd. Finally, as Mars turns direct in Cancer, expect a shift in energy toward action and emotional drive. The period of introspection is over, and it's time to move forward with purpose. Mars in Cancer encourages you to take bold steps in nurturing your passions and personal goals. On April 17th, Mars will leave Cancer and enter the sign of Leo, which is going to fuel our confidence and our creativity. Mars will complete its post-retrograde shadow period. That's the period where Mars is still not up to speed to the extent that it was prior to its retrograde, but it will be out of its shadow period by May 2nd. And that's going to clear the way for full progress and momentum. So Mars is going direct on February 23rd. That's going to be great for us. But remember, it's going to be completely, entirely up to speed by May 2nd. Mars will be direct from February 23rd until January 10th, 2027. So we're not going to have to deal with another Mars retrograde for about 2 years, which is great. Just keep in mind that the energy will shift, and we're going to talk about this as the weeks go on. Mars will leave Cancer on April 17th and will enter Leo, and its post-retrograde shadow period, as I said, will end May 2nd. So congratulations, everybody. We did it. We made it through a Mars retrograde, and now we're going to be direct come the 23rd. Super exciting. So on Monday, the 24th of February, we're, of course, under our waning moon phase. We have a few days left of this phase to let things go. What is love flows, what is not goes. Monday is the moon's day, the most sensitive, porous day of the week. So be sure to double down on your self-care, nurture your subconscious mind. Don't give yourself the luxury of a negative thought on the moon's day. We have another Capricorn moon on Monday to start our week, our work week. So focus on responsibility and achieving your goals. Ground yourself in practicality and discipline to make steady progress. So Capricorn energy, we want to think long term. We don't want quick fixes with the Capricorn energy. We want to think long term. We want to build something that is sustainable and that can be built upon, right? So we're going to start this week with that Capricorn energy, which is going to make it easier to build things that last and survive the test of time. So this should be great. What a great start to this magical week. Numerologically on Monday, it's a 24, which is a lot better than 23. 24 embodies stability and responsibility. It signifies order, discipline, and caring, merging organization with nurturing. And I never heard of this holiday, but it's Twin Peaks Day. On this day, you can commemorate the day Agent Cooper arrived in Twin Peaks, beginning an investigation that would change everything. One clue, one question at a time. So if you're interested in going back to the 90s, you could watch some Twin Peaks. You could start it on Monday. I believe they probably have it on Amazon. If you're a fan of that show, it was quite popular back in its day, and we still has a very strong cult following. Hello, Kelsey. Nice to see you. Happy Friday to you. Nice to see you. Thanks for showing up today. So yeah, enjoy Twin Peaks Day on Monday. That could be great. I think that Twin Peaks, that whole vibe, has a very Piscean energy. It's dark, it's mysterious. So do enjoy reliving that and celebrate Agent Cooper. So on Tuesday, the 25th of February, we're under our waning moon phase. Of course, what is love flows, what is not goes. Mars rules your day on Tuesday, and this is going to be the first Tuesday with Mars being direct since December 6th. So action-oriented Mars rules your day on Tuesday. It's ideal for anything that requires extra courage, drive, and initiative. Your moon will be in Capricorn on Tuesday until 12:39 a.m. East. So you want to focus on goals and structure up until that time. Then at 12:39 a.m. East, the moon will shift to Aquarius. That's going to energize our creativity and collaboration. You're probably going to get a lot of ideas when the moon is in Aquarius, which is good because, like I said, you can take control of the entire year when the sun is in Pisces, because Pisces is the spine of the zodiac. Without Pisces, the whole zodiac would fall apart. So get your life in order in the beginning of the week and expect some flashes of insight, scintillating flashes of insight when the moon is in Aquarius on Tuesday. 25 numerologically on Tuesday represents wisdom and change. It signifies learning, introspection, and transformation. Think knowledge with adaptability. And we got an interesting aspect. On Tuesday, Mercury in Pisces will conjunct Saturn in Pisces. So this is about disciplined thinking and intuition both aligning. So your intuition will align with your discipline. It's going to help you build solid foundations for long-term plans. So this is a great aspect to get your ducks in a row and to really look at 2025 and say, you know what? This is what I want to accomplish. This is who I want to be. Edgar Cayce, metaphysics physician, psychic, Edgar Cayce had this aspect in his chart. And if you think about it, Mercury in Pisces is all about communication, about spiritual realms, right? And Saturn is about discipline and structure and definition. And that's what Edgar Cayce gave us. He gave us books. He gave us practical insight and knowledge. And he was also very disciplined in terms of his spirituality with the books that he wrote, the readings he gave. So maybe check out some Edgar Cayce. In any case, I would say your imaginative ideas on Tuesday can get traction because that Saturn is going to give us a trajectory to follow. It's going to help us to be disciplined in our communication. Oh, these ideas are great, but what does it look like? How does this look like? How are we going to manifest this? What is the step-by-step strategic approach that we need to take to carry out our ends? So you'll be able to look at it that way on Tuesday. It's going to be very great. Yes, I know. Mars is finally direct, Kelsey. We did it. And we don't have to worry about another Mars retrograde until 2027. So do enjoy that aspect on Tuesday. Now on Wednesday, the 26th, this is our last day, our very last day of the waning moon. So remember, you want to let go of anything that no longer serves you because the next day, on the 27th, we have our new moon in Pisces. So you want to make sure everything is cleared away that no longer serves you. So you got a nice blank space in your life for all those new things that you want to accomplish. Mercury, planet of communication, rules your day on Wednesday. You might want to expect lots of correspondences. You might want to prepare yourself because you never know what might come up out of the blue on Mercury's day. So you want to be flexible, pad your schedule with some extra wiggle room. Mercury is slowing down. So we are going to have a Mercury retrograde coming up. But if you start stuff now, you can continue it under the retrograde and not have to worry about anything. Your moon will be in Aquarius on Wednesday. Keywords for Aquarius include innovative, independent, humanitarian, eccentric, intellectual, unconventional, friendly, visionary, and progressive. So 26 numerologically on Wednesday embodies material success and practicality. It signifies ambition, reliability, and organization. Think material goals and methodical progress. That seems to be the theme this week, right? Getting things down on paper, planning our work, and working our plan, right? And if that wasn't enough, it's National Pistachio Day, one of my favorite nuts, although it's really hard for me to determine which nut is my favorite because I love cashews, I love almonds, I love macadamia nuts, and I also really love pistachios. And you should too on Wednesday. You should savor the unexpected because pistachios are kind of unexpected, right? Not only a tasty treat, but pistachios are believed to break love spells. Isn't that cool? So yeah, if you feel like you've been under somebody's spell, or you feel like you're in love with something that is not good for you, you can have some pistachios under a waning moon, and that will help you release your attachment to whatever it is that you might be in love with, or so they say. In any case, these small snacks pack surprising power. You could also have pistachio ice cream, which is probably one of my very favorite ice creams, on Wednesday. That could be great. And there are other pistachio treats too. You could also just eat them on their own, right? So enjoy some pistachios on Wednesday and report back. Tell me how you liked it. On Thursday, the 27th of February, of course, now we have our new moon. We have our new moon in Pisces. So on Thursday, you got to set your intentions, trust your intuition, embrace dreams to plant seeds for growth and manifestation. So this is a very important new moon. Like I said, you can take control of the entire astrological year, which did not start on January 1st, but it starts when the sun enters Aries, which this year is March 20th. And that's going to be, of course, the spring equinox. So that's going to be our astrological new year. And with this new moon in Pisces, you want to look at the calendar. You want to say, okay, well, from Aries until the end of Pisces season in 2026, you want to really think, okay, what would be the ideal scenario in the scenarios, plural, in each area of my life? Like, what do I want health-wise? What do I want in my relationships? Where do I want my career to go? So you can take control of the entire year, this new moon. So don't forget that, and check out the Taroscopes video, which is linked in the description below, in which we do readings for every single sign. Jupiter, planet of luck and abundance, rules your day on Thursday, so it's time to think big, doubt your limits, and go beyond your stretch. You might want to stay loose on a Thursday, just so you can get those ideas. Remember, the body is the unconscious mind, so the more you feel better physically, the easier it's going to be for you to implement your plans. It's going to be easier also for you to let the universe and the universal life force energy to run through you, right? So you can flow in tandem with the universe. Your moon will be in Aquarius on Thursday until 3:46 a.m. East. So during that Aquarius moon phase this week, embrace innovation and new ideas. Now at 3:46 a.m. East, the moon will shift to Pisces, which is going to deepen our intuition and creativity. It's ideal for reflection and inspiration. Of course, you have that Pisces new moon. So find out where 9 degrees of Pisces in your chart, and that's where there's going to be a brand new beginning. And that's where it's going to be really great for you to focus your energies. Under a new moon phase, you can think of many things, up to 9 things, they say, that you might want to bring into your life or invite into your life over the next 6 months. But where that 9 degrees of Pisces is, that's where the energy is hot. That's where you can actually manifest the most. 27 numerologically represents spiritual insight and compassion. It signifies enlightenment, empathy, and idealism. Think inner wisdom and humanitarian ideals. Should be great with that numerology. And we got a nice aspect. We got another nice aspect this week. Mercury in Pisces will sextile Uranus in Taurus. So fresh ideas are going to spark easily. Embrace innovation and trust intuitive insights to bring stability and progress to your plans. The legendary Betty Davis had this aspect in her chart. She certainly did. Betty Davis had, let's see, do I have her here? Let's see, what was Betty all about? Betty Davis. She had her Mercury was in Pisces and her Uranus was in Capricorn. That's how that sextile worked for her, which makes a lot of sense, actually, because she was a Spitfire, but also that Uranus in Capricorn, you know, even though she was a Spitfire and pretty fiery, she was able to accomplish a great deal. She got a lot done in this lifetime. So maybe if you're inclined, watch some Betty Davis to link in with that beautiful sextile. It's a really nice sextile. It's going to help us to come up with new ideas that are very innovative, but they're going to be nice and grounded. So you're going to be able to bring stability to these high flying ideas and ideals. So that should be great on Thursday. On Friday, the 28th of February, now, since we had our new moon in Pisces, we're going to be under the waxing moon phase until March. What is that? Yeah, until March 13th. March 13th, just to let you know, we're going to have our full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo on March 13th. And that's going to be quite interesting. So up until then, up until March 13th, we're drawing in energy, right? We're taking inspired action toward our goals, building that momentum, and moving forward with purpose and determination. Venus, planet of love and abundance, rules your day on Friday. So be sure to stay in that vibration of gratitude and spread the love. We should be doing that every day, of course, every single day, but particularly do so on Friday, on Venus's day. Also, you want to celebrate yourself, celebrate your blessings, celebrate the others in your life. And it's Pisces time, so it's very romantic. Keywords for Pisces, because you're going to have a Pisces moon on Friday as well. Compassionate, intuitive, artistic, empathetic, sensitive, imaginative, selfless, escapist, idealistic, romantic, adaptable, and kind. Pisces are very, very kind people because they get the law of one better than the other signs, how we're all connected. So theoretically, from that perspective, from that Piscean ideal perspective, I'm going to love you because I love me, right? And I'm not going to hurt you because hurting you would hurt me. There's that oneness, which we really need at this time, especially in America, right? Because there's a lot of division. So during this period too, we really ought to flow as much love and energy to America and the world really at large, just so we can ameliorate any of the pain, any of the suffering that a lot of people are experiencing. So you may want to use that new moon to help the United States in particular, help everybody in the world heal and love each other more. I think we need more love in the world, right? Especially now with the derision that we're all experiencing. And this Pisces new moon, we can actually create a lot of miracles. So I would suggest for all of us, not just for our own ends, but also for the ends of the world and the United States. We need a lot of healing. We need more love in the universe. So the more energy you can flow, more loving energy you can flow into the universe, this new moon could really be a game changer. And I feel it's really, really necessary. So be sure to send lots of love to everybody in power, everybody that is on the world stage, because we need them to be empowered so they make good decisions for us Americans. So keep that in mind. Yes, it will be very interesting, that eclipse that we're going to have. Oh, good. I'm really glad to hear that. So be sure to do that. Numerologically on Friday, it's a 28, which symbolizes self-mastery and leadership. 28 combines ambition and teamwork with practicality. Again, notice this theme. Coming up with a plan. This is my ideal scenario. You're going to get inspiration with that moon in Aquarius this week. Lots of new, fresh, innovative ideas. Then you're going to have your new moon. You're going to be able to set your intentions, and you got that magic of Pisces to help you. And with all these grounded aspects, we're going to be able to make our plans real. And we can reflect back on this day in 1970. Bridge Over Troubled Water by Simon and Garfunkel topped the Billboard Hot 100 for 6 weeks. It's quite the song, and it was covered by Elvis, Johnny Cash, Aretha Franklin, and others. And it makes a lot of sense because that song, Bridge Over Troubled Water, is a very, very Pisces song, right? About being a shoulder, being there for other people. So maybe listen to that song. It will get you into the Pisces vibration. It will. And it's never a bad idea to listen to some Simon and Garfunkel. So do enjoy that. Now on Saturday, happy March, everyone. We did it. We made it through February. And we have March starting on Saturday under the waxing moon phase. So it's good. We have this new beginning with the numerology of 1, a new month. And we have this new moon So we're able to take inspired action toward our intentions, building momentum and trusting our energy as we move forward with purpose and determination. Saturn, planet of discipline, restriction, and responsibility, rules your day on Saturday. So it pays to have your ducks in a row to set yourself up for success for the week ahead. So just get things in order. Your moon's going to be in Pisces on Saturday until 4:51 a.m. East. So tune into your intuition and your emotional depth. Now, by the time you wake up on Saturday, chances are you're going to wake up with that moon in Aries. And that's going to be great because now that's going to spark action and motivation. Now, this is a really good energy for starting new projects, right? You got the new moon in Pisces. You got the Aries moon on Saturday. So we're going to be able to really make major strides this week. Numerologically, 1 on Saturday symbolizes beginnings and independence. It's about initiative, leadership, and innovation, blending autonomy with new opportunities. And as if that was not enough, it's National Peanut Butter Lovers Day, which is so great. Honor that perfect, versatile staple. Whether you prefer it crunchy or smooth, spread some on bread, make a sauce, or drizzle it over your ice cream like I like to do. Today's your day to enjoy peanut butter if you are a peanut butter lover, like I am. I love myself some peanut butter. So do enjoy your peanut butter, and that might help with the sting of Venus going retrograde. It's a perfect universe, but Venus retrograde is going to have us slow down a little bit in matters pertaining to love and money, because Venus does rule money as well. Venus will retrograde in Aries starting on March 1st, but guess what? It's going to go direct April 12th. So that's not terrible, right? A month and 12 days. As Venus goes retrograde in Aries, expect a time of reflection on love, values, and relationships. This is an ideal period to reassess what truly matters to you, especially in matters of the heart. Now, Venus will be retrograding in Aries, but on March 27th, because it's going backwards, it's going to backtrack into Pisces. And that's going to bring us a more introspective and compassionate energy to our relationships. Venus will go direct in Pisces on April 12th. And that's going to allow us to move forward with clarity and deeper emotional understanding. Now, on April 30th, Venus is going to re-enter Aries again, reigniting our focus on self-expression and personal desires. During the retrograde, however, which will be March 1st until April 12th, be mindful of misunderstandings or impulsive decisions in love. Use this time for healing, reflection, and recalibrating your values. And keep in mind, yes, Venus will be direct come April 12th, but it will leave its post-shadow period on May 16th. That's why I think May is my favorite month, at least for the first 6 months of the year, because you're going to have Mars out of its shadow, Venus will be out of its shadow, Mercury will be out of its, it will be out of its shadow too. So May's looking really, really great. With Venus retrograde, it's not a bad thing. Again, it's a perfect universe, but whenever we have these retrogrades, the energies are much more internalized. So it's not going to be as easy to express that Venus energy, but it's going to be easier for us to internalize that Venus energy and determine our values and our goals and where we stand, especially in terms of matters involving love and finance, for sure. Yes, it did. It does. Venus does rule money as well. So you get 2 parts of Venus, right? You get the Taurus Venus, which is all about, it's about values and it's about love and it's about abundance. And that's more of the financial aspect. And then you get the Libra Venus, which is more about aesthetics and relationships and love in that capacity. Venus does rule love as well as money. So we'll talk more about this Venus retrograde and how you can make the most of it. We sure will. And we did it, folks. We went through this week of February 2020. What February are we on? 23rd. From February 23rd to March 1st, we went through the week. Nice to see you, Kelsey. Thank you so much for joining, and thanks everybody for watching at home. Do check out all of my free resources in the description below, as well as my services if you are so inclined. My pleasure, Chelsea. Nice to see you. Thanks everybody for joining, and I shall see you next week for sure. Have a great weekend, everybody, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.